Yes, I thought we responded well Wednesday and Thursday to not having the greatest of days, Monday and Tuesday. I think this is a crossroads week for us that we've got to handle, and I was proud of the response that we had on Wednesday and Thursday in practice. So excited about being on the mountain Saturday night. I know that our students and fans will show up, and we got to defend our home. And so excited, ready to get to Saturday night.
Coach, didn't see Caden practice at all during the open portion Tuesday. Did he come back, or is there any?
It appears you media guys know a lot more than I do, so I don't know. I mean, y'all tell me. I don't. I have no clue. I mean, there are several on our team that will be game time decisions, and that's a typical week that we have, and so. We got several that will be game time decisions.
Does that include Nasir Watkins?
It does. It does. Biden and Nasir will both be game time decisions. They've both improved as the week has gone on, as has Caden. So just there's several more too, but we'll have several that are game time decisions.
With Shedro and looked like him and CJ were out there taking reps in the open period that I saw Tuesday. Do you expect those guys to play this week?
There are several that'll be game time decisions.
Got it.
I'm gonna just tell y'all about these injuries. Y'all have. I'm getting to a point where I'm just not gonna discuss them to anybody. Probably I'm gonna think through it, but. You want to protect these kids and these families. It's really, it's more about, doing what's right for our team than it is the media. And I appreciate you guys. You know that. And I'm not upset or anything. I get it. It's part of it. I've just got to balance what is the right thing for me and my players. That is the priority. But it seems like every time we come in here, that's the first line of questioning. And maybe that's the way everywhere, and I don't know how other coaches handle it. I don't know. John, how do they handle it?
I focus on liberty.
Yeah, so I don't. That's a really good response. So do I. Thus, let's come up with some more questions besides just who's hurt and who's not, and I'll try to do a better job of maybe giving you an overview on Thursdays, kind of where we are.
My question then is, how do you approach Irons and Wiley going into Saturday?
Give me their numbers.
Running back Wiley.
Oh yeah. Well, Cameron Wiley, yeah, I recruited him. They're good. They're good players, and they both can run. And the quarterback can throw, and they've got athletes. And it's like I've told everybody. You think for 1 second that on a given Saturday, these teams that have 85 scholarships don't have enough players to beat you if momentum goes in their direction? Just you're not watching what happens every Saturday. Whether it's Marshall going to Notre Dame and winning and then getting beat by Bowling Green, or us getting beat by a team we should beat like Monroe last year. Can give credit to them. Certainly not taking anything away from them. But everybody has players, and you have a given week where you're not – at full strength, you're not, and you didn't handle coming off a loss very well or whatever it is, and you let momentum get going with players like you mentioned, quarterback and Wiley, you're in for a fist fight, and all they need is a break or two that goes their way. So they have my full attention, I assure you, and I think our players responded hopefully the right way Wednesday and Thursday. We'll continue to see tomorrow. And, again, hopefully we get a few of those guys that y'all have asked about able to play come Saturday night. But if we don't, we don't. And we got to defend the mountain with who we got.
I think you mentioned just earlier in the week to now practice has been better the last couple of days. Was it just not attention to detail early in the week? What have you seen improve?
Well, I think anytime you lose a difficult game against a top 20 opponent on the road that you had a chance to win, you're dealing with a lot of feelings, and we've had 3 extremely physical games, long, tough battles. Not a single minute in any of those games could you breathe, and a lot of them had to play a lot of snaps. And I just think it's a culmination of 3 difficult battles, our first difficult loss, and here we are rolling into a week where everyone would say we're supposed to win it, and that's, young men, old men like me, all of this still, you have battles that you have to face, and that's normal. And I think, again, I think the leadership of our team responded the right way in leading, and hopefully it shows Saturday night.
And evaluating your kicker situation, is it still Nick this week? And
Yep.
will it be different range for him, or?
We'll see what the weather's like. I mean, you saw the other night he had plenty of leg for the 50-yarders, particularly with the wind, and we'll see what he kicked really well today. I think Beck's about a week away from giving it a go, but hopefully Nick can be really consistent Saturday night.
Is there a challenge? I saw the scholarship video. Why did you decide to give Eddie a scholarship?
Oh, that's such a joy to do that. I mean, I don't know that I've coached many walk-ons that have garnered the respect of an entire building as much as Eddie has. And we had one extra, and it was a tough decision. There was several quality candidates, but he's playing on every special team. He's the best scout team player out there, the defense consistently says, and knew that it would be a hit with our kids, and it's a joy to be able to do that.
Has there been a challenge to the defense to start fast, or do you give them a little leeway because of how quickly they seem to have adjusted after the first quarter against UAB, and particularly where they stepped up in the second half at Wake Forest?
Man, I think they've started pretty fast in every game but maybe UAB. And you're playing that was a really good team. I mean, you just watch at the end of the year, I think you'll see that they win a lot of football games. So I'm not there yet to get on our defense about anything. I think they've played well enough to give us a chance to win every game. And don't think they've started slow, really, against Wake nor Southern Miss. And obviously UAB, we had to adjust to some of the things they were doing to us, and thought they settled in after that.
With a couple guys that are banged up on the offensive line, how do you feel some of those guys that haven't got as many reps recently have done?
Yeah, we need Reggie and Harry to step up and play really well this week. We'll have to rotate a few around. We're trying to redshirt Chase Mitchell, so that's hopefully he can play in 4 games, but would really try to get through this game without him. Really need Harry and Reggie to play really well for us and give us some additional depth there, and hopefully we can get through this game playing 7 to 8 guys.
How's Scruggs look this week? Back.
Good, great.
And with him back, how much does that help to maybe bring Corey and Brylan along, and how did you feel they graded out against Wake Forest?
Solid. They weren't bad. We got beat on a deep ball one time, but really that was one of the few times we called that coverage, and we didn't really like that coverage against that team, and they had the right call on at the right time. But having Scruggs back there, he's easy for all those young kids to follow. So it's only going to help in the development of Corey and Brylan and the rest of those guys.
Assuming everybody's healthy, quarterback Salter, JV the 2, Nate the 3. Do you still see that being kind of the?
Yeah, Nate's had a good week. I think a solid week, but it would still be that order, I believe. We'll see how. Again, Caden, today was feeling better. Will he be ready? I don't know. But we have full confidence that JB and Nate can we just got to get them in the right plays, the things that they can do.
Does the scheme at any point change for either one of those quarterbacks?
Yeah. I mean, you may take out some calls that you would call for some others, but our scheme doesn't change at all.
The physicality that Day ran with last week, do you feel pretty good about putting the ball in his hands, maybe even more this week if need be?
Well, I mean, I go into every game hoping we can run it, and I think we've been really, really balanced if you look at the stats, and that's my goal every game, whether it's Day or Shadro or Malik or TJ. But obviously Day deserves his touches, and we'll see how the game goes. But I certainly would love. I feel real comfortable when we can run the ball.